We pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is your boy ExtrmWill, Extreme Tech. We're going to do another earnings video for Salad AI. This is what are my 29 rigs earning on Salad. A large portion of them are already on version 1.7.0, and I gotta say, I'm liking it. I'm liking it quite a bit. I made about $10 more yesterday than I had been making on the new version of Salad, so I've gotta say, I'm liking the new version. Hopefully the end that we're seeing is the customers are seeing a good improved end on it too. And if it's going to get us more work is good. So it looks like for these 15-minute blocks, I don't even think I'm seeing anything below, really below $46. Everything looks like it's like higher. I got a lot where I'm doing over 50 cents. Maybe I do have a little bit here, when I'm in like 44 cents. But I got a couple here where we're getting up into like over 50 cents per 15 minutes. So if you're doing 50 cents every 15 minutes, that would be $2 an hour. So kind of a way to look at it. So I'm a little bit under $2 an hour. But no, I have to be a little 48. Yes, I'm a little bit under, because $48 exactly would be $2 an hour. So yeah, we did 46. Well, I did $46.1 in the last 24 hours. So this is definitely cooking, definitely looking really good on the new one, on the new update. So if we look at the last 7 days, we can see yesterday was $34.85. The day before that was $33.82. So that's, yeah, it's almost exactly $10 more on the new update. And you can see too, when I looked at it this morning, I could see it started like cooking real good too right after I'd put everything on the new update. So it's been going real good, because before that, I mean, it was, you know, it's $35 range pretty much the whole way through, and then it's cooking. So you can see here, see how much bigger this one is than this one. See how much bigger it is. It's so big. This one looks so small in comparison. So yeah, you can see the little bit here from the hurricane from a month ago. And then here you can definitely see the real big hurricane. And then I lost power again. And then it was all going good. And then I had one pretty good day. And then it was kind of doing okay. And then now it looks like it's doing much better. So hopefully it sticks. If it sticks at this $45 range, that would be really, really nice. I'd be pretty happy with that. I don't know what the total is it should be making anymore. I had it all calculated out before on the old pay scale, but on the new pay scale, I feel like I have no clue what the maximum amount I could or should be making. I feel like the most I could probably be making would be like $80 a day, but I feel like that's pretty unrealistic, because I don't think I'm going to get a high priority job on all of my 3090s kind of thing. And I don't think I'm going to get a high priority job just on every machine, period, I guess. So, but I definitely feel pretty good with the earnings. I think that covers most of that pretty good. So let's get into each of the individual machines. I've got 29 machines. We go through this pretty regularly here. You can kind of see I got everything kind of all broken down by how many cores it is. So we're going to go into all the machines by how many CPU cores they have. So this first one, this is a 20-core CPU and 96 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4090. This is on version 1.6.7. It's doing $5.60. This is a high priority job for the 4090. I am not going to stop a job that is currently calculating to do an update, but if when I check back later, if this machine is idle, then if I find one that's calculating that needs an update, then I'll update it. But I do not update any machines that are currently working, because we're going to keep this job for as long as we possibly can. So if we go to the next machine, this is another 20 core CPU, 96 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4070 Ti. Oh, nice. This one is working. I don't think this one was working a couple minutes ago when I checked. So, when I first started logging everything on. So, it's doing $2.62. Wait, no, maybe, yeah, this one was, because I was trying to think of what this was called. So, this is a medium priority job. Yeah, it's a medium priority job, so it's pretty decent. This machine doesn't run a whole lot, so it running anything is pretty good. That wouldn't be on the newest version, too. It's on 1.7. So here we go. AMD Threadripper 1950X, 64 gigabytes of memory. RTX 3090. This is on the new version, 1.7. I'm just going to call it 1.7. We're not going to add that point on there, that last point on there, until they update to the next one. But so this version 1.7, it's doing $2.62. This is a medium tier priority job. I believe 4 out of my 5 3090s are running right now. I think I had one of them that just finished a job. So they seem like they're all running pretty good. So here we go. We're going to get into my 12-core combos. These are all the bc/pc.com 12-core combo kits that he has. Some of them I put more memory in to help out because I felt like it. So, but yeah, this is these next 13 machines, I think, are all the same thing. They're all the same CPU and motherboard. They're all the server motherboards from Brandon Coin. So this is 12 cores, 96 gigabytes. RTX 4090 on version 1.6.6. This is doing $5.60. This is a high priority job. So that's pretty good. This next one here, this is a 12 core, 96 gigabytes of memory. RTX 4090 on version 1.6.7 is doing $6.27. So this is an even better high priority job. To the next one, 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070. This one's calculating. Boo. I can definitely see why I think Technicals had all 4070s. I can see why if he had all 4070s. He probably hates Salad because this card, it doesn't really run a whole lot. You know, it's a kind of an expensive card. And if the cards you have specifically don't line up with what Salad wants for like a high priority card, then yeah, there probably is no real reason to be running on Salad. So yeah, this one, I mean, I have the card, so it's in here. It's calculating. Sometimes it gets a job, but it doesn't tend to run really a whole lot. So this next one here, this is a 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This one's calculating. Boo. These are some of my favorite cards for Salad, but they don't seem to be running as well right now as the 3090s do. So I think I like the 3090s right now a little bit more than I like the 4060 Ti's for Salad. Now for other things, I mean, it's going to come down to other applications. But for Salad, I think I like the 3090 right now just a little bit more because I think they seem to be running a little bit more. Okay, so this is a 12-core, 64 gigabyte RTX 3090. Doing $2.62. This is a medium priority job. On to the next one, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's doing $5.43. So this is a really nice high priority job. They're probably paying for more cores and the maximum amount of memory on this, I would assume. Because this should, I think, at a high priority job, I think it's still like $4.60 normally when they pay for like the 1 to 2 cores. So they're probably paying for more cores. So having this in a 12-core machine is probably actually going to be a little bit better for me right now than if, say, I had this in like a 4 or a 6-core machine, because they may not be able to actually pick this specific job up or that other 4090 job I have where it's making more money. Because the customer can pay for more cores even though they don't do it that often. So it is something to keep in mind when you're figuring out which cards to put into which machines. You want to try to have your best cards in your best machines and then your worst cards in your worst machines, kind of a thing. Because it can make a difference sometimes, but it doesn't always. Because if we look at this If we go back for a second, see, this is machine 6. So if we go back to this for a second, this is my much better 4090 machine is making $5.60, and this is has 8 less CPU cores. So this is a significantly worse machine, but it's making, is that like a 60 cents more or $1 more? 60 cents more, 67 cents more. So, it's not necessarily going to matter, but in those rare chances where it does, you do want to have your better cards and your better machines so they can make the more money. See, so we were back at 6, because this is making a little more than the high priorities. This is a better than high priorities. This is a really good job. Alright, on to the next one. Another 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. This is on version 1.6.9. Showing $2.62. So this is a medium priority job. Once again, I am not going to update it. If it's in a job, it's going to keep running until the job finishes. So let's go to the next one. 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090. Yeah, this is the one that's calculating. I don't know if the Chrome Remote Desktop just kicked this one out when I was logging in, or if this one just actually happened to just finish the job and now it's just waiting for another one. Because the Chrome Remote Desktop can kick them out. I still think this is the safest way to log in to check. It's safer than doing the normal remote desktoping in, but you're still creating a virtual instance that can interfere with you running the other virtual instances in Salad, so with the WSL. So it's something to keep in mind. I just don't know of a better way to do it right now other than use Chrome Remote Desktop, so I'm just going to deal with it. I'm not going to plug in a whole bunch of monitors. Shouldn't be minimized, it should be up. Alright, so we're on to the next one. Yeah, I'm not paying for 30 monitors, extra electricity that I don't feel like I need. I'll deal with Chrome Remote Desktop until it doesn't work. Hopefully they just get us better monitoring software so I can just see that everything is running or calculating. And if it tells me I need to address something, I can see it right there. But until that magical day when we get better operating software, this is just the best thing I have. So we are on a 12-core, 64 gigabytes RTX 3080. And this one is just calculating. This next one, 12 cores, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one is just calculating. Oh, so I have 2 of them now that are just calculating. Oh, I wonder if this one just finished too. Hopefully those other ones didn't all just finish. Let's take a quick look. Let's see. This is 3090. That one's running. 3090, that one's running. And 3090, that one's running. No, that's not 3090. 3090, calculating, and 39. So, I was wrong. 3 out of the 5 right now are running. Only 3 out of the 5. So, I don't know if those 2 just finished. I don't remember. I'm trying to pay attention, but it's kind of hard to pay that much attention to every single card and everything. Alright, so other than that, next machine, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This one's throwing $1.30, so this is a low priority job. Boo. Alright, next one, 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti. This one is calculating. Boo. Did I boo the low priority job? Probably. Alright. This one finally finished that job it was on. This was doing a job for almost a week. And I don't remember what version it was on. I just updated this one a couple minutes ago, so I'm not surprised this one's not in job yet. This is the last of my 12-core BC/PC.com combo kits. So this is a 12-core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one's calculating. This had been in a job, yeah, for like almost a week. So I'm pretty nice. This machine has given me some problems, but it is a 12-core AMD Ryzen 9, 12-core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070 Ti. Right now it says it's calculating. Keep getting the degraded GPU memory on this one, and I don't really know why. So I've switched the drivers. I just uninstalled Salad and then reinstalled Salad. It made me relog back in, so now I'm sure it says I have the wrong number of total machines and all that too. But it's not working, it's not working. So there's no other programs running on this machine right now. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this will start working. And Chrome Remote Desktop will only let me have 20 open at a time. So then we are going to go into the 8-core PCs. So I will open my 4 8-core desktop PCs that I have. Actually, I think most of these well, I don't know. These 3 I think are all actually open air, I want to say. And then this 4th one I think is actually in a case. So we are on i7, 8 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti on version 1.6.5. Yeah, kicking it 5 versions back. So I think this one's been running now for about 13 days. Doing this $1.30, just trucking along. Gotta be pretty happy when you see some of like the, a really neglected kind of card, the RTX 3060 Ti, like, yeah, you gotta be happy seeing something like that, like, just really crushing it. This, because it's been running for so long, it's just crushing it. I don't know if there's any other way to say it. It's crushing it. It's been on that job forever. I think this has to be the longest standing job I actively have right now, because it's on the oldest version of Salad. So seeing something that can run for that long is definitely makes me pretty happy. So we go to the next one here. i7, 8 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This one was just calculating. This next one, i7, 8 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3070. This one's just calculating. And my last 8-core desktop PCs, Ryzen 7, 8-core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070, is doing $1.30. So this is a low priority job. Alright, so now then I should be able to open up all the 6 cores. I have 5 6-core machines and 3 4-core machines. So let's open all of these up. Alright. So i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3060 Ti. This one is on version 1.6.9, so it hasn't been running for as long as the other 3060 Ti, but it's been running for a little bit. It's doing $1.30, so this is a low priority job. But it's definitely chucking on along here, so it's not going to get updated until the job finishes. So this next one, i5, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3060. This one's doing $1.95. So this, I want to say this should be a medium priority job. Or it's something really weird where it's a low priority job and the customer is paying for 6 cores. So it's going to be one of those two. I don't know if I can tell you for sure. But it's going to be one of those two. Either it's low priority and the customer's paying for more cores, or their medium priority jobs are just that cheap. But I'm not fully certain. I just say it almost looks more like it's the low priority and they're just paying for all 6 cores. So that's going to be my thought. Anyway, overachieving, 3060, making $1.95. That's pretty nice. Haven't seen that, really since the old pay scale. So I'll take it. I definitely like it. It's on version 1.6.9, so still, going to keep on running until it stops, and then I'll update it. Alright, next one, Ryzen 5, 6-core processor, 64 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3070 Ti. This one's calculating. This next one, i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3070 Ti, it's like a 10-cent job. This is just like some transcription. Normally it'll knock these out, get them over and done with real fast, and then move on to a bigger, better job. So not that big of a deal or end of the world. So this next one, AMD Ryzen 5, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti. This one's calculating. My super old, 10-year-old gaming PC. This is a i7, 4 cores, 16 gigabytes of DDR3 with an RTX 3060. Is just calculating. Alright, it's i3, 4 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070. Oh, I must have just updated this one too. This one must have finished. This one had been running for a couple days, but I guess now it's not. Now it's calculating. So if it just got updated, we may have to wait a little bit for it to get a job. Alright, i3, 4 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3080. This one is just calculating. This was my most constant running machine. But in the last week, I don't think since the hurricane, pretty much. Since the hurricane, this one has not been working all that much. But I think it's still my most active machine. Still my most working machine, even though it hasn't done anything in a week. It's less more uptime running jobs than everything else. So that's all 29 machines. As I said earlier, like definitely crushing it. Oh, that looks like it just fell off a bit there. So yeah, it's probably those two 3090 rigs that quit running. It's probably what we're seeing here to go on from the 525 to the 428. That's my thought right offhand. It's probably just those two. So it might have had some other stuff finished too. Gotta be careful with the Chrome Remote Desktoping in. I normally Chrome Remote Desktop in twice a day. I'll try to log in the morning and at night just to double check everything. Make sure it looks like everything is running. Especially right now too, like those first couple of days after an update, I want to log in to see if a machine is down so I can update it. You know, I don't want to be running on an old version. I think you're just asking for trouble trying to run on an old version. I don't think there were really any comments that really stick out of my head from the old videos, so I think I am just going to call this video being done. I'm going to go and rest and take it easy. So yeah, hopefully all you guys too can take it easy out there too, and take it easy. Peace. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, come on back. If you got any questions, comments, and concerns, leave them down below. If there's stuff you think I should have discussed that I'm not discussing. I think somebody asked me to go to Windows 11, to which I say, no, I will not go to Windows 11. I would rather go back to Windows XP or Windows 95 than go to Windows 11. I'm sure someday I'll be forced into it, but I will be forced against my will to go to Windows 11. I will not willingly do it. So, yeah, that's that. So, peace. I'll talk to you next time. Take it easy, and I hope you guys are doing good. So, later.